looks like the stream is running. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk23, and today I couldn't really think of anything else to do, so as I said yesterday, the plan is a graphical version of rock, paper, scissors. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this this console-based rock, paper, scissors that we made before, and here's what I'm going to do. Name equals main. This is probably something you've seen before. Here we are. So what that does is it checks if this script is being run as the main program, meaning you went into the console via, let me show you what I mean. You went into this, and then you went py myfile.py. So if I did rock, paper, scissors.py, it would be the main program. But if I did script that imports rock, paper, scissors.py, then that would be the name of the main program, and it would not match this, so it wouldn't do this stuff. So the reason I did that is so that we can reuse this, because we've already got the choices and the results, and this little function looks great. So I'm gonna save that. So remember, when you import a module, it basically runs the whole thing. So if there's stuff that you don't want to happen when it's imported, put it in this sort of block, and then you're good. We're going to import Tkinter. We need that. Import rock, paper, scissors as RPS. That's our other module. Sounds good. We're going to make our class, and that's going to be, let's actually alias this with TK, it's a little shorter. How about RPS? That's good. And we're going to have an init of self and parent as usual. I'd like to do that so that I can refer to the parent object. And then later on, we're going to do root equals tk.tk. This is all very standard. RPS with the root, and then root.main loop. Okay. There will be other stuff, don't worry. This particular one, if you recall the Mastermind game that we did a few days ago, that had a drawboard, and the init was pretty sparse, only a few lines in there, and drawboard was most of the setup for creating the interface. And the reason for that is that we occasionally wanted to reset it to start the game. But this isn't going to have that sort of structure, because it's just going to be click the button and, you know, things happen. There's no new game for rock, paper, scissors. That would be annoying, because the games are very short. Just be a click here and then new game, click here, new game. Not doing that. So we're gonna need buttons. Will be easy, and let's just make it E. That's going to be a button in the root, and text is gonna be easy, and it's gonna need a command, but I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Medium, very similar. hard. Doop-de-doo. Okay. It's probably going to be a lambda somewhere in there. I don't have that function yet. I'm going to need to write something. If, about set difficulty of D, I need self in there. If I did not have self, then D would be the object itself, because it just it doesn't care what you call it, but the first one is the object itself. Equals E. Equals D. Great. And the reason I'm doing this, such a simple little function, method I should say, is that you cannot put a statement into a lambda. That means you can't assign anything. You sort of can in some ways if you mess with like various things like globals and whatnot. I don't know. There's probably a way to do it somewhere, but it would be horrifying. I know I'm not gonna. Command is set difficulty. That needs a self. This is getting to be a long line, so I'm gonna break it up here. Very good. Self dot difficulty of E. Okay. And then we have our button. Very good. This is going to be very similar. Is that lined up all nice? Very good. Easy, medium, and hard. Okay. If I were creating these in a loop, I should do that, shouldn't I? Oops. Should I? Text equals difficulty diff dot lower 0. But Tiger RTV, why are you doing this? Because I'm gonna do it in a loop. Because reasons. This has to be okay. And then diff dot lower 0. This for diff in easy, medium, and hard. All right. Let's make sure I have the right syntax and the brackets everywhere. How about here-ish? Sure. Fine. Great. So I go through each string in this little tuple, easy, medium, and hard. and I have a dictionary comprehension. And for each of these strings, I make a key value pair, and the key is whatever the string is. I make it lowercase, and I take only the first character. That's the key. And the value is a button. And that button is in the root Tkinter object, and the text is whatever the string is. And the command basically just calls our set difficulty over here with that first character again. And why do I have this? Because I don't want them all to be buttons for hard mode, which is what would happen, because it would look up, if I didn't have that, it would look up the value for diff at execution time rather than right now. Okay, we've got our buttons. This is difficulties. There's going to be more buttons. Choices equals more of them, I guess. Pretty much the same thing, actually. But this is going to be a different command. Okay. It's not a difficulty, it's going to be the letter C. This is going to be different. This is going to be different. There's going to be something in there. I don't know yet. And we're going to have rock, paper, and scissors. Great. Okay. We will need a function, a method for doing stuff. We'll also need self.status. I'm going to have a little status bar at the bottom, equals tk.label in the root, and it's going to be start with nothing. I think it's going to be self-explanatory. How to play this? Just click a button, click any button, doesn't matter. Let me actually look at this. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna need to do something like this in here. Maybe I should do the following. Def 1 with something, I don't know what yet. Player and computer. Let's see. Quit set difficulty. Okay. This should work. So this is the computer. With the what's it? Okay. So this is going to get a result for the computer and calculate a total result and give us something. Okay. I'm just going to move that in here because that's what I'm going to do. Difficulty, where is that? I'm going to need that. Difficulty is a global variable. This is if, not a function scope. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I will send it the difficulty. Okay. And so we will need to send that in with, win, and it's going to be something equals, result equal. Do I have that anywhere else? No. Okay. Put this over here. Turn this. And something else, and we're going to put this format string in there. Nope, no. In here. With another what's it? Great. Cool. So we have C going in here, computer plays whatever, and the result is a tie. Okay. Difficulty, we will have to send it I. And do we need, I don't think we need this, because it happens in there. Difficulty, and print result. I should probably test whether that still works, now that I've moved it in there. Choices, we can access this thing. Difficulty is something that we will have here at this level. Rand is over here, very good. Make a result. Ooh, I, what's I? That is the player. Okay. And then we're going to return this. Very good. Results, etc. Cool. We should probably test that. Let's do that. About rock, and we're on easy. You win. Everything, you win. About medium, now rock, all sorts of things. Paper, all sorts of things, very good. And scissors, all sorts of things. And hard. Rock, paper, scissors. Great. And, ooh. When I have nothing, that was probably in the original as well. I didn't like that. If I enter nothing, it crashes because I'm trying to take the first character of nothing. Aha. How about this? Let's try that. Very good. Cool. Fixed. What I did here, instead of trying to directly access the first character of a string, I said, give me a piece of that string that only goes up to the first character and nothing else. And it's going to give me as large a slice as it can. And so if there's nothing in there, then it'll be an empty string. So that was easy. But this works. Very good. So now that I've got that sorted out, how about play is what we'll call it. Self and choice thing, I don't know. Player, I don't know. It's not a player, it's the player's move. Move. What move do you choose in this intricate game of rock, paper, scissors? So what will it do? What will it do? It's going to need some of these things. It's going to need this function. And it's going to need to send that the player and difficulty. Self.status.config text equals rps.win with the player's move and the difficulty. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for that. Do I even need something else? I don't think so. Text is this. C equals C. And what will it do? It will do this. Self.status.config. Let me turn this off. Self.status.config. Text equals rps.win. With the move, which is C, and the difficulty. Okay. No, it's C.lower 0. Okay. Alright. This line length is 120. That's kind of the very maximum that I enjoy working with, because this is around the point where it starts to get, you know, look at each end of a single line of code. So I'm probably gonna do something about that. Like this, for example. This needs a closing brace. Definitely. I think this has to be before. Because I'm referring to it. No, I don't think so, because it's not called. Is it? We'll find out. For button in self.difficulties.values, because we want the values are the buttons, the keys are just strings. Button.grid row equals 0. It should just add columns. No. Enumerate these things, and that's going to be the index and the button. Row equals 0 and column equals index. Very good. for choices. Row equals 1. Okay. Self.status.grid, and we're going to put that on the third row with on the first column with a column span of 3. Very good. Very good. Don't need this. That needs some space. Very good. Alright. That can't be it. Is that it? Let's do that as well. Now it's all in one screen. That's easier to handle, I think. Okay, got all that, do the stuff. Let's save it and run it and see what happens. Graphical. GUI is what I call it. Rock, paper, scissors, GUI. Great. Let's turn this on. And GUI. Invalid syntax. I missed something. Def set difficulty. Oh, I missed. I forgot. Oops. Closing parenthesis. Let's try again. I should probably turn this on. Very cool. Scissors. RPS object has no attribute. Win. Really? Wait, what did I do in the RPS.win, doesn't it? RPS.win. Oh, I did this. Whoops. Oops. I have the same name. Okay, let's close that. That's funny. I import this as RPS. Very good. And then I define a class, etc. And I use this with the thing. And then I overwrite it. Whoops. Stupid. Let's try again. Hard, easy, medium, scissors, paper, rock. What is this? Oh, it's not sorted. That's kind of annoying. I could use an order dict, I guess, but I really don't want to. Here's what I'll do. No. That's annoying. That's what I get for using a dictionary. Well, let's see if it works. First, it's on easy by default. Nope, didn't like that. I is not defined, and that's in the what's it. What? Why am I doing that? This is supposed to be player. So I missed that. Let's run that again. See the thing? You can. Okay. Is this, that's pretty visible. That's good. I want these sorted. I really do. Anyway, It defaults to easy, so we should win. Always win. And it's kind of shifting sizes because it has I didn't really specify a size for this thing. And it will shrink and expand to accommodate its contents. Let's do medium. This should be random stuff. Computer plays paper, you win. Scissors and scissors, tie, scissors and rock, you lose, blah blah blah, random, 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 random. Okay. And how about hard? You lose, you lose, you lose. Lose, lose, lose. Okay. Now let's, there's something with geometry. Parent.geometry, how do I use that thing? I don't remember that. Here we go. There's some really good Tkinter documentation at fbot.org. That's EFFBOT.org. Geometry, where's geometry? Isn't it something.geometry? Where is that? Well, that's a geometry manager. I need something for widgets, events and bindings. No. Is that window managers? Root objects, top level widget? Top level window methods. There we go. It is geometry. I was just at the wrong page. Geometry, and it needs width x height plus x offset plus y offset. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's copy this, shall we? Easy peasy. What is it, 200 or something? I really don't know. How about 0 and 0? Okay, let's try that again. That's a little too wide. Can you see that? Let's take a look. Yes. It's a little too wide. Does this have any effect if it's too small? That's not right. Back to 50 it goes. 150? Nope, no room for the status window. Maybe 70? 75? Let's try 80. Too much. Let's do 70 next time. Definitely needs to be wider. Let's put it back to 200. It's 70 over here. It's still kind of wiggling around a little bit, but at least the window itself doesn't change size. Let me think. I want it to not move. I could make the buttons wider. Width equals... Is this characters or pixels? Let's say 20. Let's start with that. Maybe we don't need this. Run that again. That's very wide. Let's, we actually don't need that at all. Let's say 10. Have a kind of standard width. That could look good. Very nice. Beautiful. Oh, you can't see that, can you? There we go. How about over there? So now we have, let's do one more thing for now. Self status. I don't think we need this really. Let's give it some default text of click to play. I don't know. And we run it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Except for medium, hard, easy. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. Think. I really wanted it to fit in one screen because that would be neat, but oh well. Scroll bar. I lose. Here's what I'll do. Ordering equals easy is 1, medium is 2, hard is 3, rock is 1, paper is 2, and scissors is 3. Okay. So we don't have a button anymore, we have a key. And we now have self.difficulties key. That's the button. Dot grid. No. We want sorted. Okay, so now we have K and sorted this. So instead of just enumerating each button and assigning basically each one an arbitrary number, we're going to sort them by their desired ordering over here. Key equals ordering.get. Alright, so it will go through all the the keys in self.difficulties, because that's what happens when you sort a dictionary. And it will send each one, which is going to be something like, oh wait, no, it's just the first letter is the key, so this is wrong. EMHRPS, okay, and it's going to send each of those things, these things over here, to this method of this function, which is ordering.get, the get method of the ordering dictionary. And that's going to produce a number that we want. And actually, we want this to be 0 and 1 and 2, 1, 2, 0. Okay. And then we will look up the difficulty K, and we will grid it in row 0. And the column is going to be ordering K. Alright. So here, instead of difficulties, it's going to be choices. Actually, for dictionary in self.difficulties, self.choices. Very good. This is going to be D. And this has to go here, and D. So we're going to go through our difficulties dictionary and our choices dictionary. How do we do the row? Index and D, we're going to enumerate. Very good. And this is going to be index. Very cool. That should work, I think. We have this tuple containing our dictionaries. We're going to enumerate it. So first we're going to get 0 and self.difficulties. And for each key in the sorted, not self.d, because that's our name for it here, the key is going to be ordering.get. We're going to, not self, we're going to get that dictionary and look up the key we have, and then grid it in the appropriate index. First we're going to start with 0, and the column is going to be ordering, and we look up the key again. And then we will have 1 and self.choices, and we're going to do the same thing. Let's see what happens. Does it explode? I hope not. Looks fine. Move that over there. Here, maybe? I don't know. Lose. Wow, this is hard. Easy, medium, hard. Rock, paper, scissors. Great. And now I win. How weird. And now it's, who knows what will happen when I click the button. I'd say 45 minutes is pretty good, because I think I'm done. I mean, it's perfect. I can't think of anything else to do or change. I mean, there's always stuff to do. I could add pictures of a rock and a piece of paper and a pair of scissors. But in terms of writing what I was trying to get and then testing it out and seeing if that matches what actually happens, it's Perfect now. And it fits in one screen. Look at that. Awesome. Pretty darn good. A totally arbitrarily sized screen, and it has an import of something. It's okay. So this looks pretty nice. It's I have that ordered like I wanted, and they are uniform widths. It looks nice, and nothing has to resize itself as I click other things. Scissors, tie, scissors, scissors. No, I want computer place scissors and something else. Scissors you lose. It's probably the longest string that it's going to have, I believe. And it doesn't expand past the borders of the window. If it did expand past the borders, it wouldn't actually leave the window, of course. It would just expand the window. So it's in the order I want. The buttons are nicely aligned. It doesn't resize itself all the time. And it gives the correct result while playing. And as a side bonus, this is better organized. So we have player being a single lowercase character for the player's choice. Move, I guess. We could call that move, probably. But whose move? The player's move. It could be player underscore move. I don't care. But so this is probably organized a little nicer. I can just print that. Don't need to save it for no reason. All right. So this is usable as a little console thing, or, and here's its interface, basically. I have the model over here, and the view over here, and the controller. And this accesses the model. So that's cool. I could technically also access the difficulty over here, which is unnecessary. I could do rps.difficulty, and it would start with E. There's no point. If I have the literal E, it's faster than looking up another variable somewhere. And also, faster for the interpreter. And it's also faster for someone reading the code to know what it's, to know the value of that object. I'm gonna win a bunch. Look at all this winning. Wow, I'm awesome. Okay. Already had this. Put that into a function. This is good. Useful stuff. And it does use some global level things, but that's perfectly fine. It can rely on stuff that's in the module. I don't mind. Oh, Phil Sturm is in chat. I think I remember you. Hi, how's it going? You're catching me as I'm just wrapping up this rock paper scissors. So this is what I've got. I think it looks pretty good. Initially, it did not look as good. We had the widths of the buttons all over the place, and whenever the status of the game was longer, like the computer plays scissors and you lose, as opposed to computer plays like rock and tie. It would get larger and the window would have to get larger, and then you'd do something shorter again, like computer plays rock and you win or tie, and then the window would get smaller. But we have solved that. I'm doing alright as well, thank you. Are you still working with Django? Not really. There's stuff I've been wanting to do with it, and I still have it like open in here with this and that, but then I keep thinking about it, and it's just so there's more, by the way. It's just so gigantic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 files open. And I just don't really feel like working with it yet, especially because the tutorial was like, okay, that's a basic tutorial, and none of this is applicable to actual things, to making an actual site with this. And I'm like, great. So it was just like concepts. It's not a useful, practical, I don't know. But I do kind of plan on doing more with Django, because I still would like to have various scripts available in a browser. Would be cool. Even if it's just a basic like run the script with no input. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do something like this because this uses Tkinter. You're not going to have Tkinter in the browser. That's not a thing that's going to happen. But I would have to create a whole bunch of text fields and buttons and stuff. It could be something that calls this as well, but it would need its own user interface in Django, basically, with a template and stuff. I would also like to do things like the Star Trek Online log parser, for example. If you could just get a whole bunch of Phil asks, is it a voting app? The one from the tutorial, yes, is a voting app that you vote on, like, what's up. And it's like not much or the sky or something. There are a few choices. But yes, it's a voting app, the introductory tutorial to Django. But I would like to do actual things with it. Kind of port my console-based programs into there. And like the loop parser, I would like to find out some way, I'm sure there exists, have a user browse for files, get multiple files, and then upload the files to the server, and then it processes the files and produces the result. That would be really cool. But also, I have no idea how to do that. And I feel like the tutorial showed me what Django was like, but didn't really tell me, didn't make me feel confident that I can do anything with it. So that's gonna be something that I really should come back to. It's very popular. Maybe I can rewatch my videos about Django, I don't know, for a refresher. But yeah, so for tonight we just had do I reuse C anywhere? I do a couple times. Okay. Tonight was just rock, paper, scissors in a little graphical interface. I can always lose, or it can be a random result, or I can always win. That's exactly what the console-based version does, but this one has nice little buttons. That's about it. So I think that will be the stream for today. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me in chat. If you have other ideas for stuff that I can do in a Python or technology stream day, leave a comment, and I would love to hear what you have to say, because I'm kind of out of ideas. Yeah, I guess I could mess around with Django, but I don't really have any directed plans for that. I would have to just kind of mess around and just do research, basically. So I don't know. But tomorrow's stream will be a game of some kind. I don't know which, but I think that's about it. So thanks for joining me. Made this more than one screen. That's okay. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.